Who is the real Bad Bunny? This category, this story of the night was for Kimberly. I say, Kim, I gotta show you who Bad Bunny is. And I've been saving this for months. I've been researching Bad Bunny. I'm ready. I saved it for this week because I knew it would be remembered. We're gonna talk about who Bad Bunny is. Let's start with the first category, Bad Bunny and his management team.
A video from a
Whom I've
Latin
met, by the
American
way. I've met
podcast
his
of
management team.
why this
Oh,
guy
okay.
and the mainstream media is pushing this guy so hard to play at the Super Bowl halftime show. And you're gonna understand why they have him on SNL doing skits and saying to provoke, oh, learn Spanish, you have 4 months. Watch. I put English captions here.
Muerde el capitalismo. Bad Bunny es manejado por la productora Rimas Entertainment, cuyo propietario es Rafael Jiménez Dan, ex viceministro del gobierno de Hugo Chávez desde el 2006. Estoy hablando de la persona que manejó y que descubrió y que le puso dinero a Bad Bunny. ¿Por qué un militar del ejército venezolano pasa a producir música? ¿Qué carajo tiene que ver una cosa con otra? Pues se llama gente cultura. Claro. La lucha ya no va a ser de clase. Ahora vámonos a través de la cultura a erosionar la identidad de género, por eso se disfrazaba de mujer. Vamos a erosionar la fe, nos burlamos. Y vamos entonces a introducir todo este bombardeo sexual, identitario y todo eso a través de la música. Y además vamos a ir contra los Estados Unidos, que es el principal enemigo del comunismo latinoamericano.
So now you know, and if you go back to the beginnings of Bad Bunny, before he was known anywhere and he was in Puerto Rico making music, this is what he looked like, just like a normal rapper. Kind of cute even, and he used to wear a crucifix, like it's so weird. He was even photographed wearing this in 2021. But one day he took off his crucifix and started doing this and throwing hand symbols and wearing whatever that is on his forehead, which we know. So in my opinion, I think he met the wrong people and sold his soul for fame and other things. That's him. Who's that?
So to give backstory, guys, because I want to make sure that this clearly is connected. Remus Entertainment, the company that managed Bad Bunny, was originally founded with financial backing and ownership from Rafael Ricardo Jimenez Dan, a Venezuelan businessman and former Venezuelan government official. He was the vice minister of legal security and the minister of interior and justice under Hugo Chavez from 2006 to 2007. He also assisted through 2013. So for those of you guys that don't know, Hugo Chavez is a communist. So it appears this guy may have communist ties. Enzo, why is this bad?
Especially having ties to Hugo Chavez himself, who had plenty of allegations against him for working with the cartels. Like I said about Bad Bunny before, he's a fucking demon. Like, I mean, just look at the fucking guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, definitely fucking sold his soul for fucking fame and everything like that, and just how big of a sellout he is. Like, I think it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I think Roger Goodell should have really looked into it. Actually, no. Roger Goodell is not doing this for anything but the views, because he's the highest or the most well-known artist or whatever apparently in the world. That's what he's doing it for, not to football should be about football, not who you can get to perform at your fucking halftime show to give you ratings. That's what that's about, the entire thing, as well as the controversies that are going on with ICE and these woke liberals who just want to virtue signal for groups that they will never help out or never even spit in their own way.
You know, Roger had no idea who Bad Bunny was. I bet he was just like bebopping on the phone, and they're like, "Hey, we invited Bad Bunny," and he's just like, he had no fucking idea who that man was.
Number one on Spotify in the Latino section. You know, Latinos are growing. We got to play to that base. This is the thing right now. Let's play to the Latinos. Let's pretend like we want to get the illegals out, but at the same time, we want their business, we want their money, and we want the Latinos. Let's suck them in. This is all about money, guys. They don't care about the Latinos. Let's be clear, but they want the Latino business, the votes, because the Democrats and the Republicans are starting to do this. And it's no disrespect to the Latino community, but I think it's a form of extortion. It's pandering.
I said something, Roger.
Yeah, go ahead.
Roger Goodell. Mm-hmm. That man can eat a dick.
Remember when like Democrat MO?
Remember when Colin Kaepernick was doing a certain thing and Roger Goodell was like, "Hey man, stop making this political." Hell no. And also Jay-Z, you punk motherfucker. Remember him? Oh, we don't need to kneel no more. We good. Let's go back to watching football and shit. After he got his deal, man, fuck all that shit, man. That's what I had to say for Roger Goodell. It's like all of a sudden, it's when we trying to do some shit, no, we don't want it political. Now, when a certain group is trying to do it, well, I don't know if it's going to be political or not. I have no idea. Damn.
All about money.
You can go through the list of all the different artists that they've had. Okay, like Beyonce, for example. Like, to get to a certain level in music in general, you can't get there without kissing the ring. What ring? It depends. There are a lot of demonic secret societies out there. I'm going to call my 12-year-old daughter in right here because she started collecting vinyls when she was like 6. And her first vinyl that she asked for was Bad. And when the 40th anniversary of Thriller came out, she pre-ordered it. And my kid will tell you that when you appreciate music and artists, you need to separate the art from the artist. The art from the artist. So artists are people. They're going to make mistakes, especially the more you go up. It doesn't take away from his success. It doesn't take away from his discography. He's very talented. He's very calculated. Is he demonic? I don't know. I think a lot of artists that big are and can be. I think a lot of artists, especially record labels, are funded, are also infiltrated. We talk a lot about Diddy. I mean, there's a lot of musicians who've been infiltrated. We don't often talk about Jay-Z.
He's next. We're getting there. I talked about him today on my channel.
So yeah, and then also with regards to why they picked him or what, I think they want to bigger the net of people that watch the show. Like maybe like, hey, let's call in more people. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I live in LA, but I know a lot of people who don't speak Spanish and appreciate Spanish music. I can appreciate other music, like when they first made a long time ago, the Danza Kuduro song was in Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese. I love that song. And then when they made it in Spanish, I was like, oh, I know what the fuck they're saying now. That was cool. But I could say that about a lot of different music. Music is universal. It has no language. You can feel it. And I think like the worst response you could have is, I don't speak that language, so I don't like that music. And they're only doing it because they want to appease a certain group of people. My dad was a legal resident in this country for about 35 years before he passed away, RIP. He never spoke English. And it used to embarrass me. When I was little, I used to tell him, I didn't really look like my dad. He's like my token brown dad. He's really brown. And I don't really look like him. So it was weird having that also, that relationship. But for me, it was embarrassing when I was little. I remember being in 2nd grade and I asked my dad, why don't you just learn to speak English? And my dad, now I see it as a little golden egg in retrospect. He said, why do I need to learn to speak English? I get by just fine. And I said, so people could understand you. So you could understand people. And then he would say, that's fine. People can learn Spanish if they really want to understand me. I'm getting by fine. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. We don't need to have like a cohesive language. Like, we can have a pluralistic, inclusive, diverse society in America. I think that's what makes this country the greatest country on the face of the earth. It's what has made us so successful. Immigrants make America great. And just to end really quick, since we're going to be switching topic, you said about the topic of immigration. if the Republicans were serious about mass deportations, which are not happening, they're more theatrical, they would go after the corporations and the individuals that employ undocumented immigrants. That's not my talking point. I'm just saying that as a devil's advocate from a conservative point of view. They're not going to do that because conservatives also benefit off of cheap labor. That's why there's a carve out for hospitality and agriculture. That's the whole theatrical, all this bullshit is really bringing out the worst of like the lefty liberal activists, which is what you're going to get. You're going to get this and that. It's going to go back and forth. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get
give me a good pivot, and then I got something to respond to you. This is Bad Bunny and his performance.
Reporting that they felt a demonic presence when attending Bad Bunny's recent concert. Fans even started to make it into a meme by taking videos saying that the concert just feels demonic, but it became extremely dark when this song Botanico came on, where there were masked demons dancing all over him and the concert turned all red. Even the music video to this song is extremely dark. It's this monster looking thing that creeps up into this woman's room, and it actually ends up becoming Bad Bunny.
Oh my god, that's
himself.
a freaking
Those
movie.
who attended this concert are even advising people, if you're gonna go see Bad Bunny's concert, then schedule your bathroom breaks whenever this song comes on. And at one point, those demons that were around him, you can't really see because the concert gets really dark, but they start grabbing and pulling on him like he's being sacrificed or something. If you've seen my old videos, you know that this is no surprise because he's been showing this symbolism for quite some time now, and it was only a matter of time until this started happening in real life in concerts. You're looking at the man who had the second most streams in the world on Spotify in 2023.
All right, I got something to say, and then I'm gonna let Mia go. First of all, as a Christian, for me, Scripture is very clear. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. I believe in preserving yourself, protecting your energy, because listening to certain music, watching certain things can come after your energy. And I'm sorry, I don't want him. I don't want Lady Gaga. It ain't a language thing per se. I just think some things are inappropriate for children. And this is supposed to be a family event. The Super Bowl was something your entire family could safely watch together. And things like this are under attack in our country. And this is what has made people go more to the right, if I'm going to be honest. And comments like, well, no offense, Kim, I'm just telling you this. I'm from Miami, Florida. Americans could not find jobs because Cubans will come. They don't got to learn Spanish. Haitians will come. They don't got to. They don't got to learn English. None of these people got to learn English. So what they do is they have pockets of their groups, and they force out Americans. I have a problem with that as a United States citizen. They're not teaching these languages in school. They're not teaching it at a level that we can be proficient when we graduate and we go through and we matriculate to get a job. If you're saying you don't need to know Spanish, that hurts Americans. So for me, I got a problem with that. Also, we have to protect our culture as a country. Culture is language, music, food, traditions. All of that is culture. And if we don't protect it, we don't stand for that, what happens to our country? But I'll let Mia go next.
Oh, was there a question? You were just going, and I was just listening.
I'm sorry. This is the one thing I get very, very fired up about, because in Miami changed because of these reasons. I saw the place where I grew up in 1989. I was born. I saw it change in a matter of it wasn't even a long time, to the point where I can't go live there with a master's degree and work if you don't speak Spanish. So I have a problem with that as a United States citizen. In my family, we speak a total of 6 languages. But English is the one we make sure we know and we understand, because in America, you speak English. It's that simple. My father knows 6 languages. He made sure he learned and perfected English when he came here, because this is the language that we speak here. And I don't know, for me, I have a problem with that. And I don't think it's racist. I don't think it's hateful. I think that this is us preserving our culture. I think that FBAs come out, you guys talk about this too. We have to preserve our culture. And I just don't think that's okay. And that's what this is all about, preserving our culture. That's why people are mad at the Bad Bunny thing, because it's not that he don't speak, his songs ain't in English. He got multiple songs in Spanish. It's not just one song. Every damn song is in Spanish. So how are you going to have an American event when 80% of the country speaks English? I don't get it. I'm sorry.
It would be inclusive to the Americans that live in Puerto Rico who don't speak English.
but that's not even like 1% of our fucking population. Like, what are we talking about, Kim? That's not even 2%
It's not a
population.
ratio thing, though. It's just a matter of representation.
Well, I'm sorry,
Puerto Rico does have
support
representation.
That. Yeah, we had that with J-Lo when J-Lo performed.
Like, and representing the United States, they have a representative in the House of Representatives.
Not necessarily a Puerto Rican, but just someone who embraces Puerto Rican culture.
He's Puerto Rican. He's from Puerto Rico, born and raised in Puerto Rico.
No, I was saying to the thing about J-Lo, like not just because she was Puerto Rican. They've had a lot of Puerto Ricans on there.
I'm talking about their representation. They are representative accordingly in the United States. They have one delegate because of the size of the island of Puerto Rico, which is a territory of the United States, the same exact way the Virgin Islands have a representative there. They're represented accordingly.
The representative has very limited power, but sure.
Yeah, but they're still represented in the United States. That's the entire thing.
Not equally. They don't.
It doesn't need to be equally. It's proportionate to the size of their population. That's what it goes by.
A senator. I say the same thing about Washington D.C. By the way, it has to be equal representation. It's not.
It is equal.
These people have.
It's proportionate. It's proportionate to their.
So what about Guam? Why Guam don't get representation? What about what's they call that? The VI, the Virgin Islands. What about them? What is their representation? They're Americans too. Why do we gotta worry about Puerto Rico? I mean, seriously.
I would love that. I actually have a friend who married somebody from Guam, and I went to a Guam wedding once. They were Mormon, and it was pretty cool. I loved it.
Well, the reason that Puerto Rico doesn't have a senator is because they're not a state. The Constitution mentions states specifically. So if Puerto Rico wanted to be part of the United States and they were the 51st state, they would obviously get themselves a pair of senators. So, I mean, that's kind of splitting hairs over there. They're not. They legally cannot have a senator, but I'm sure if we could they probably have one by now. But unfortunately, they're not a state, so they can't get one.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I don't know what else to say. This is him getting sued by his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Ex-girlfriend suing him for $40 million. They dated from 2011 to 2016. They were engaged for a brief period of time. Claims that right before Bad Bunny's album came out, she was contacted by his representatives asking for her to sign a contract giving them permission to use her voice in 2 of the songs for $2,000. She's like, no, I need better compensation. Mathers, right? She refused to sign the contracts, and they put the album out the next day. I also heard that she's a lawyer, so I think that's where she kind of got to this $40 million. Just pulling out all the stops.
Okay, Kim, what you think about that? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, she should get what those songs were worth. She should sue them. I would too. I think that was wrong that his management team did that. Was he aware? Probably. I work in the music industry. I know exactly what goes around and how people get shorted, and I can give you personal experiences as well. But I mean, yeah, that's how it goes. I think she should sue them. I'm not here to like go to bat for a certain individual. There are no heroes, especially musicians. I just really appreciate certain things that he says and certain things that he stands for, and I think we should just be a little bit more accepting and more loving. Like, hey, like, love our neighbor, you know?
Hey,
I do agree with
to be in the hot. I got to give you the most talking time because you're on the other side of this. Everybody else is either on one side or the middle. So I'm sorry if it feels like last week it was Enzo. Now it's you. You have to defend this, you know?
Yeah. That's okay. I am verbose, so you could also cut me off because sometimes I don't even know when to stop.
I know, and I didn't mean to cut you off earlier. It's just we talk about this. So
I mean, I get the hint. I'll get the hint if I do, because I do bloviate. So but yeah, she should sue him and she should get whatever that money's worth. I'm not gonna be like, no, she shouldn't sue Bad Bunny. He didn't do anything wrong. I think that's messed up what they did to her. I was aware of this lawsuit, and he has several lawsuits out. A lot of artists, especially that at that level. I've actually never had the honor of meeting Bad Bunny. I always jokingly would say that I would love to meet Bad Bunny, and like whenever I would go to like all the Grammys and Latin Grammys and all that, for some reason, all the ones that I went to, he wasn't there. So I didn't get to meet him. But yeah, She should sue him and she should get what's worth. I think that's really messed up. Also, she gave us a lot of really good inspiration for a lot of best songs that him and his writers and his producers wrote. So,
Kamal, what's your thoughts on Bad Bunny? You gonna watch? You looking forward to him? You think he's a good artist? You think he's a good person? And I mean, like, what's your response to the whole Spanish thing? Do you think we should be okay with just having a Spanish Super Bowl?
My thing about Bad Bunny, I give a rat's ass about bro. He's a good actor though. That motherfucker can act his ass off. He's a really good actor. His music though, I can't listen to Spanish. Only Spanish song I'm gonna listen to is what's that one? Y'all know that one? That shit.
Mira cómo va.
There you go. Yeah.
That song's like 50 years old. I sent you guys. I made a playlist. Please listen to it. Please listen to my
Spanish playlist.
It's Bad Bunny.
I will listen now, Kim. I will listen because I feel bad that I had to put you through the ringer. But
that wasn't even bad.
You said some things that kind of triggered me tonight, Kim. I had to talk about it. We had to talk about it. This is the preview though for Bad Bunny. So for everyone to see it, we're not going to hear the music. We can just
no, that's fine. I do agree that we do have. It is a fine line to walk on this earth when you're aware of like demonic presences everywhere as Christians. That's why I won't watch exorcism movies. When I listen to his music, I don't, I don't know. I guess I should be better. I'm not going to listen to just all gospel all the time. I live to exist in society, not to be like a social pariah, but I really do enjoy his music. And you may be right about the demonic presences. I know people in the music industry who practice Santeria, literally practice Santeria. And then there's another one that's like an African religion with like the dolls that I've seen.
Voodoo.
Not voodoo, it's another one, but there's like, I've seen things and I see people do like non-Christian things. I see it all the time here. So, I mean, I don't disagree with you with that. So always got to pray and like, let that go. Look at that. He's such a great performer. You can't take that away from him, even if he's demonic.
Mia, you looking forward to watching this Sunday? I mean, I know you're going to be really intently watching because your team is there.
No.
Feeling bored as hell right now watching it.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny don't know me. I don't speak no Spanish. And like the reggaeton that I grew up listening was like from 2002. It was like old school Nicky Jams and Daddy Yankee. I mean, I don't know these new people. They're weird. They look weird. They act weird. They have a lot of scandals. It's dude wearing dresses. It's weird. I don't know how to absorb it. I'm sorry. I'm used to like real masculine people.
Yeah, he's
real
not
masculine men. I don't know
metro.
what to do with these men.
He is metro, and I think he at one point said he was either bi or pansexual or whatever.
See, Daddy Yankee never said no crazy shit like that. I'm sorry. Like Don Omar's never said anything crazy like that. So I can't relate to these weirdos.
I don't think that makes people weird. I think it's people's sexuality, to each their own. I mean,
it's weird. It's weird. We don't need to know nothing about somebody's sexuality. They can literally sing and keep it moving.
Yeah,
it's weird that they say anything
about sexuality. Does anybody hear like R&B?
Of course.
Yes.
Sex sells. Sex is always in music. So
I will say,
not a big deal.
I will say this about the Spanish thing, though, right? I think it's more of like it's kind of a slap in the face of the consumer, because the consumer of football most definitely is speaking fucking English. About 80%,
right?
The consumer of football, not football. You feel me? The pigskin shit.
It's football.
80 to 85% is only speaking English. So it kind of is a slap in the face of the consumer. And not only that, the product of the fucking sport.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them on the field, coaches and all that shit.
Yes. It's not fair to them. They speak English. That's all I'm saying.
I think the only thing I could think of is that they wanted to do with going this way to reggaeton or Spanish is they probably just wanted to expand the umbrella, because we've had a lot of pop, we've had a lot of rap, we've had a lot of rock.
Don't give me that. We just had Shakira and J-Lo 5 years ago, and that was one of my favorite halftimes. And people talk shit about that one because they were like half naked, but whatever.
Yeah, they performed very well. I want to look like that at that age.
They did it in both languages, and I loved it. It was
Wait
fair.
a minute, don't they have like reggaeton like in English? Wasn't Sean Paul reggaeton?
Yeah.
And he was
love Sean Paul. Love Sean Paul. Big Sean Paul fan right here. Love that guy.
I mean, clearly they're making a political statement. I mean, ICE is out there. Immigration's a big topic for this administration. And all the people in charge of the NFL right now are extremely left-leaning. And at this point in time, it's just all political theater anyways, because as you guys have all said, 90% of the people that are interested in NFL, buying the merchandise and all of them are homegrown Americans, are speaking English, have zero ties to foreign countries. Football is without a shadow of a doubt American. It's not like rugby, it's not like tennis, golf, nothing like that. It is 100% American. And the fact that they're trying to propagandize it to the point of no return.
Would it be so bad? Would it be so bad if we just embraced it? Like, oh, there's gonna be a Spanish Puerto Rican American artist.
He set the tone though.
Welcome
like
to
the problem with that is he set the tone. It's not like he set the tone for this, right? So we are taking our cues from him, right? Like he has done nothing for the last year but talk shit about America, talk shit about our administration, whether you like it or not. You can't set the tone in a negative context with an attitude and say negative statements or statements that could be misconstrued as being negative. I'll give you that potentially. He set the tone for this, and that's why people are angry. You can't set a negative tone and then be upset when people are negative back to you about it. I mean, like, we're going to keep it a buck. He set the tone for this.
Just throat clutching. They want to keep America the way it is, but America is evolving, and that's okay too. And Puerto Ricans are Americans, and they speak Spanish, and I think it's okay. I think I would have loved it if they announced Bad Bunny, and everybody just was cool with it. Like, oh yeah, cool. And look, Puerto Rican American artists singing Spanish music. There's nothing wrong with that. And music has always been political. Is there anybody here?
Music has not always been political.
Does anybody here love Creedence? Creedence was very political.
Hold on, guys. Kamal has something to say, and then we're gonna switch. I want to read the poll, and then we're gonna switch gears. Go ahead, Kamal.
Yeah, I just feel that like. I agree with Mia saying that like Bad Bunny brought this on himself. If he wouldn't have said shit, we wouldn't be talking right now.
True.
We wouldn't be talking right now. It'd be like, oh, now it'd probably be some grumblings like he's speaking Spanish the whole damn what? And then the whole thing about like, oh, he might wear a dress, this and that, but it wouldn't be as big of a debate as it is now.
I don't think he's gonna wear a dress, and I don't think he's gonna kiss a guy, and I think he'll include a little bit of English in there. He aims to please.
Bro can barely speak English. He couldn't even get.
And that's okay. He's from Puerto Rico. They speak Spanish in Puerto Rico. There's nothing wrong with that. So
you saying he's bullshitting it right
now? I will say, like, when Beyonce, before she performed, the months leading up to it, she was talking about it very positively. I mean, she was putting out the energy for Shakira too. A lot of these people are happy to do it because they pay to do it. A lot of people don't realize that. Like this football, like these artists are paying to be on this platform. The NFL isn't paying them. They're paying to be there. So, I mean, you'd think you would want to kind of set the positive tone. You want the positive vibes. And most artists lead with that positivity because they want to get as many people or a diverse net as they can because they're getting a cut of the sales, they're getting a cut of this, they're getting a cut of that. So, I mean, I get it. Obviously people are going to tune in just to talk crap about him. And if that's his thing, then kudos to him. He's going to make money either way. But I will say he set the tone for like the negative discourse we're having about it by his own attitude about it. Had he approached it differently, he would have been a little bit better.
What I hear is we're only allowed to have a certain opinion about ICE and how they're handling things. Because if he had the other opinion about ICE or how they were handling things, then it'd be okay if he spoke out and gave his opinion.
Hell no.
No, this isn't even ICE. this isn't even. This is him talking shit about Americans or regular Native American. We live in the continental United States, having to learn Spanish and talking shit on us like that. Like
That's called
he didn't even have to say any of that.
He went on SNL and said you have 4 months to learn Spanish. He was on SNL. That's called a joke. Every now and then I bust jokes. Sometimes you guys don't laugh at my jokes, and I wonder if they.
We laugh every time.
We laugh every time.
That's called. He was joking.
Tonight you're not.
Nobody's gonna learn Spanish in 4 months.
Okay, all right, guys. Enough of beating up on poor Kim and the whole Bad Bunny crew. All right, let's talk about the poll. The poll was, which Super Bowl performance will you be watching on Super Bowl Sunday? What do you guys think is the number one answer? We had Bad Bunny, Kid Rock, and neither. Yeah. Neither was 40%, followed by Bad Bunny at 31% and Kid Rock at 29%. So ain't nobody watching y'all sorry ass Super Bowl presentations. Listen, TPUSA, you missed the mark. Y'all had Nicki Minaj's number. That's who y'all should have had.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have been good. A lot of people would have tuned into that. That would have been good.
Nicki is who they should have had, in my opinion. I'll say Kid Rock too, because Kid Rock do slay. I'm sorry, but
wait
the rest of them they could have stayed home.
Can I ask one more question? Who y'all think sponsoring the TPUSA what you call a halftime show? Is it gonna be Bud Light or Budweiser? Who y'all think?
Budweiser. Red cans, tall boys. Yeah. I better be seeing some tall boy red cans out there.
The red cans. God damn.
Also, I want to say Lee Bryce got me through some hard time, and when my dad died, there's a song that he has called "I Drive Your Truck."
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one.
Dad's truck after he passes away, and that got me through a lot of grief. So shout out to him. He's
so you are gonna watch that one over the back.
I'll probably watch it after. I'm not a hater. I'm all for, even if I don't understand them. Sometimes hillbillies, I don't understand what the fuck they say either. I'm still gonna enjoy the music. I'm not a hater. I'm all for inclusivity. I will include everybody.
We are for inclusivity too, but you don't say you want somebody else's rights to trample on ours. That's where I'm at. You're sitting there, you put somebody that doesn't speak English at all. Then on top of it, to add insult to injury, to add to Mia's point, you insulted the American people. Like, what?
That was a joke. The learn Spanish in 4 months. Do people not have a sense of humor? His message at the Grammys, you cut it off when he literally went after that and said to spread love.
No.
So sure, can he do more and say don't be hateful?
What do you mean?
Can we have
say ice out, and then say but spread love. Are you fucking serious?
ICE is being violent. You don't think
ICE is not being violent. ICE is not being violent. ICE is doing the exact job that the INA gave them to do. That's
fine. Those people are doing their job, and nobody should hurt them.
I was trying to say earlier to you. Name me a policy that made them more violent. Name me a policy change that made them more violent under Donald Trump. Please, I ask people this all the time. There is not a single thing that is changed under this administration compared to every other administration. ICE is not acting violent. It's you fucking idiots that are out there that are antagonizing these people and then getting a reaction and calling yourselves a victim for these people that you idolize, the 1%, the same people that everybody wants to tax the rich, calls the Republicans bootlickers for agreeing with the 1% and agreeing with the government. But for you guys to virtue signal, for them to virtual signal, saying that they really care about these people but never put a fucking dime towards it is the definition of hypocrisy.
Kim, before you speak, I want to play this clip. I have to show this, okay? And then you can speak. This is this clip I sent earlier. Y'all ignored me in the chat. Just like they ignore you, they ignore me. Let me play it, and then you can respond.
Oh, I saw it. It was funny.
Proves my point.
Are you man?
Wow.
Okay. How do you feel about ripping people from their families? Does that feel good? Fucking house nigga, isn't it? Sir, I need to move. Fucking house nigga working for the fucking KKK. What's wrong with you people?
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I'm a man. I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
I don't ever want to hear party switch ever again.
This is the party of love and peace, acceptance, tolerance, the tolerant left, the loving side. So loving, just so loving. I just had
ice out.
That shit
That's exactly what's causing that. is these idiots up there saying ice out, which is causing this. And again, I don't ever want to hear the party switch ever again from fucking any liberal ever again.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
All right,
Sorry.
cool.
Like that.
So you are going to get these antagonizers out there. That's what the reaction that you're going to get from violent ICE arrests. They're also misinforming people, saying that it's illegal to record them. They're knocking doors down. Like, that's not violent. They're hurting people, even people that they're not out there to actually arrest, like business owners and people who are out there just trying to help, not necessarily what's the word you use that you say that they're doing, that they're
antagonizing?
And no, not antagonizing, the legal term. The paralegal forgot the legal term. But so if they are doing something illegal, sure, arrest them. But this is the reaction that you're going to get from the silly liberals who are out there. They think they're going to do something. This guy shouldn't have told that trans person, "Are you a man?" That was mean. Why do that? I also condemn the reaction.
Because I seen the reflection in the car, and that looked like a dude. So I mean, that's a legitimate question.
And he
sounded like a dude.
And it's okay if sometimes people
sound like a dude. You look like a dude. You're a fucking dude.
Yeah, well,
there's two genders and there's two genders and two sex, male and female. This transgender bullshit that y'all fucking touted around for the last 4 years is a mental illness, and all of you need to be checked into a fucking mental hospital if you think trans people exist. I don't care. I say it how it is. I support the LGB, the lesbian, gay, and bi. I don't support the TQIA 2+2. I identify as a fucking sequoia tree because I say so. That shit don't exist.
I will say though, asking a simple question as "Are you a man?" (?) Is that the same as calling a black person a house nigger? Okay, so we're gonna look at these statements. So I could potentially be curious about you and asking if you're a man, because I mean I looked at the reflection in the car. It was very suspiciously looking like a man. So maybe he was just trying to get some knowledge. I don't know. But we're not.
No, there are levels, and that was much worse. But my point being, why I started with that is that he started with that. Like, if they're bothering you, just fucking ignore them on both sides. Like, why you gotta start shit? And then, the reaction was a lot worse. I'm not gonna repeat that, but why even call that? I mean, live in the.
But it just goes to show that the second these. Oh, and it's not you because you're a leftist, but like these liberals don't really stand on business, because you're supposed to be anti-discrimination. You're supposed to be anti. They're supposed 100%. To be anti that. And then here you are, the second that somebody doesn't agree with something that you say, all of a sudden now we're house niggers. Like, I see how the party switch that never happened. Way to go.
Things that have been said to me have been from the left. They call me trans.
That's crazy. Crazy work.
I can show you the C-section scars. I ain't no trans. They call me the N-word. They say because I'm a person of color, because I'm a child of immigrant, I should think a certain way. To me, that's terrible. I've never been called those things by anybody on the right. The worst, I think.
Go ahead.
No, the worst things that have been said to me by people on the right, I don't even think they were real people. I think they were bots.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I'll be the first one to condemn that and identity politics and all that. I think a lot of the sexuality stuff does get really silly. I think especially when you go into like the cat stuff and all that, like, okay, that's fine, live and let live. We shouldn't think too much about it. I don't think that's really like it doesn't materially affect me.
Before we wrap, I want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support the new party. We are an independent media platform. No corporate backers, no political handlers, just a collection of voices representing all American viewpoints, especially the stories they don't want you talking about.
I'm disgusted with our government, and it doesn't matter which party you're talking about. I'm disgusted.
We are watching an active genocide. I don't know how else to put it. There are thousands of people getting killed every day.
This is the first time in history that an American cardinal has ever been elevated to Pope. It is legitimately make America great again.
Yeah.
Like, they're fighting for illegal immigrants. our immigrants. Illegal. Like, and they burning the flag and shit.
Like I always say, it was a great episode. I'm happy with the wins that Donald Trump's.
Like you heard Nora Skeptic say, we're going to keep bringing like different types of content and things that we know people want to see. And like we always say on the New Party, always vote.
If you believe Americans can still have civil discourse, even in these polarizing times, we need your help to stay independent and keep growing. You can support us by donating to our GoFundMe page, becoming a channel member, sending a super chat, or grabbing merch from the New Party store. Every donation goes directly toward growing the channel promotion and our upcoming documentary. And as a thank you, donors will receive an exclusive copy of the documentary 1 week before it premieres. Who is the New Party? We're you, your voice, your stories, your America. We can only do this together. So if you're able, please donate and help us get the message out.